Welcome everyone to this explainer. Today, we're mapping out the exact path to become a commissioned notary public in the great Show Me state. Whether you're stepping into this role to advance your career, support your local business, or provide a really crucial service to your community, getting your notary commission means following a very specific set of rules established by the state of Missouri. My goal right now is to give you a clear, energetic, and highly structured walkthrough of those requirements so you can get bonded, get commissioned, and get to work with absolute confidence. Let's get started.
So here is our roadmap for today. It flows logically right down the line. We're going to cover eligibility rules, the 6-step process, commission costs, crucial compliance rules, remote online notarization, and finally, how to secure your bond.
Okay, let's dive into this with Section 1, Missouri Notary Eligibility Rules.
So who can actually become a notary here? Well, according to the Missouri Revised Statutes, to even apply, you have to meet a few baseline criteria. You've got to be at least 18 years old, a legal resident of the United States, and be able to read and write English. You also need to either live right here in Missouri or have a regular place of work in the state. But here's where we get into the more stringent stuff. Missouri enforces a strict 5-year clean slate rule. That means you absolutely cannot have had a notary commission revoked in Missouri or any other state for that matter, nor can you have any felony convictions or convictions involving dishonesty within the last 5 years. And finally, before you do anything else, you have to pass a state-mandated exam with a score of at least 80%.
Moving right along to Section 2, the 6-step commission process.
All right, here are the 6 essential steps that act as your gateway, much like the Arch in St. Louis, to a 4-year Missouri Notary Commission. Step 1, study the free Missouri Notary Handbook and pass that 80% exam we just talked about. Step 2, apply and pay a $25 fee to the Secretary of State. Step 3, purchase your required $10,000 surety bond and make sure those dates match your commission exactly. Step 4, you have exactly 60 days to qualify in person at your county clerk's office, take your oath, and provide a handwritten signature specimen. Step 5, you must mail your oaths and bond back to the Secretary of State within 7 days of taking your oath. And only after all that is complete can you move to Step 6 and begin legally notarizing documents.
Let's transition over to Section 3, bond and commission costs. Because financial surprises are the last thing anyone needs, right? Breaking down the exact investment, you'll see becoming a notary is actually incredibly reasonable. Let's look at every expense up front. You've got your $25 Secretary of State application fee. Your surety bond premium for the entire 4-year term generally sits somewhere around $30 to $50. Then, the county clerk is going to charge a really small fee of $3 to $6.50 when you take your oath. And finally, you'll need your physical seal or stamp, which runs about $20 to $30. All told, your estimated total cost to become a Missouri Notary Public sits right between $78 and $112.
Now, you might be wondering how your credit score impacts that bond cost. The state requires a $10,000 surety bond, but, and this is important, you don't pay $10,000. You just pay a premium based on your credit score. If you have excellent credit, say 720 or above, your rate is just 1 to 2%. That means your cost for the entire 4-year term is a mere $25 to $40. Even if your credit falls into the fair tier, your maximum cost is generally only around $100 for the full 4 years. So it's really a very small price to ensure the public is protected by your $10,000 bond.
And this brilliantly illustrates our next topic, Section 4, Crucial Missouri Compliance Rules. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is this single number right here, 7. In Missouri, 7 is a number that can halt your entire commissioning process dead in its tracks due to a hyper-strict mailing deadline. Let me explain.
So after you visit your county clerk to take your oath of office, the clock immediately starts ticking. You literally must mail your oath and your signed surety bond to the Secretary of State's office in Jefferson City with a postmark not exceeding 7 days from your oath date. I cannot stress this enough, guys. Missing this 7-day postmark deadline is a critical error. It can completely halt the start of your commission. Do not take your oath and leave the paperwork sitting on your desk. Put it in the mail immediately.
So the next crucial point is maintaining your commission once you actually have it. Let's compare an active, healthy commission against a suspended one. In Missouri, your commission relies heavily on your $10,000 surety bond remaining intact. Remember, the bond isn't insurance for you, it's protection for the public if you happen to make a negligent error. And Missouri law is completely unforgiving on this point. I'm going to read the statute directly from the Missouri Revised Statutes to drive this home. It states, if claims exhaust the $10,000 bond, Secretary shall suspend commission until a new bond is obtained and fitness to serve is determined.
Basically, if your bond is exhausted by claims, your Missouri commission is automatically suspended. There are absolutely no exceptions here. The surety company is legally required to report all claims to the Secretary of State, so transparency is absolute.
Okay, let's shift gears to how we do business digitally. Section 5. Remote Online Notarization.
Back in August 2020, Missouri implemented these really robust rules for remote online notarization, or RON for short. This allows notaries to perform their duties over secure audiovisual feeds. And what's really great about RON in Missouri is that it operates under the exact same $10,000 bond you already purchased. You don't need a separate RON bond. However, you do need to complete a Secretary of State-approved RON training course and pass another exam. Plus, stepping into the digital realm demands some serious record-keeping. You're required to maintain an electronic journal and keep an audiovisual recording of every single digital notarization session. Both that electronic journal and the video recordings have to be retained for a strict 10-year period.
Which brings us to our final step. Section 6. Secure your Missouri bond.
The absolute fastest way to fulfill the bonding requirement of your Missouri process is right here. Get your notary surety bond quote in minutes. Apply online. Fast approval. All 50 states. https://buysuretybonds.com. Well, you've got the roadmap, you know the strict deadlines, and you understand the immense responsibility of the office. The only question left is, are you ready to step up, get bonded, and proudly serve the Show Me State